What's up? What's up? It's your girl, Bebe Flight. And we got another episode. This one right here, is definitely it. When Harlem meets intellect, we have lyricist, scholar.
Oh, thank you.
Entertainer. I like to say she's the wisdom in the book that you think you're not going to find, but you got to look for, okay?
Oh, I love that.
Miss Raina Simone.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here. I love this show. What's up, everybody?
Listen, I'm a huge fan, so I'm like,
likewise.
I'm over here like, yeah, we about to get to it.
No, let's do it.
I know how I can explain you, like in a little bit of that intro, but I want to know, who is Raina Simone?
Who is Raina Simone? I think Raina Simone is a very versatile, eclectic person who's a student of life and has learned a lot, but is still learning a lot, and is a creative in every sense of the word. That word that is just trying to do what I can to make sure I'm upholding my responsibilities to the world. I feel like that kind of sums it up and how I see myself.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, I think it's a lot too.
That sounds like a lot. I want to dive deep into your origin story.
For sure.
Okay, so from my research, because you know I'm an Asian. You've been surrounded by music since you were little, on the piano and the violin. What made you fall in love with sound, though?
You know what? That's a great question. I think that my parents are lovers of music. They're not musicians themselves, but from the moment I can remember, they were singing to me and, you know, playing music for me. And I think I've just always loved and gravitated towards music. And as I got older, it became a way that I could really express myself. And actually the only way I felt that I could properly express myself. In such an uncensored way where you can feel the emotions, whether it's through instrumentation or whether it's words and I'm rapping or writing songs, but that's always been my form of expression. So I think the sound came hand in hand with my being able to express myself and loving it for that reason. I
seen a little note and your dad said he's not paying for beats.
Oh, absolutely.
So how did that, did that light a fire in you?
For sure. I was doing music for a very, very long time. I started writing songs in general, I would say like in middle school. And that was around the time where I was trying to buy beats. There was like freebeats.com or something like that was a website I used to use. This was before I started producing. But yeah, my father told me he was absolutely not paying for anything that I could do myself.
I know that's right.
Yep, 100%.
I know that's right.
And I was upset at the time, but I'm very, very thankful that was, you know, the principles that they raised me with, because it did make me go and just do things myself and just figure out, okay, I need a beat. How can I do this myself? And so that's when I started applying my knowing instruments to electronic music production. And now we're here, and I love production and bringing it all together. But I'm very thankful for that, for sure.
This is off the top. Do you ever feel like because you can produce for yourself, is it harder for you to access to other producers?
Absolutely.
Because they think you don't need them.
Well, you know what? I think a lot of producers actually feel like I need them more so than I do in my experience. But nonetheless, I love working with other genius, production minds. For me, though, it's always really, really important to like manifest the sounds that I hear in my own head. And so I prefer oftentimes spinning over beats that I produce myself, because I feel like that's my real sound. Any other sound has been influenced in some way by someone else's mind. So that's always super, super important to me. But I've gotten better over time with, collaboration and really bringing other producers in. There's producers that I absolutely love. So that's definitely been a growing moment too.
I was curious, because I know like if you say you're a producer's like, yo, she don't need me. I'm like, but
now that does happen too sometimes though. But
you're down to play though, so that's very...
Yeah, we're in an era where I feel like even other producers are always trying to send in a loop or something. That's like, oh, you're a producer, let me produce with you. So
that makes it more of a collaboration. I love that. You studied political science and philosophy at Howard, HU.
Absolutely,
Then public administration at NYU. How does
public policy?
Public policy. Oh, she's smart. Okay.
Try to be.
How does all of that show up in your music?
You know what? To me, I find interest and passion in the same topics and the same subject matters, and it's just about figuring out the medium by which I can make sure that my message is being heard. So, whether it's through music or whether it's through influence and policy, I just want to reach as many people as possible. And in my experience, I've found that I can reach a lot more people, at least in this stage, through music, and especially the people that I'm interested in reaching, and speaking in code almost per se, and making sure that there's an understanding of what's going on that I can deliver in my own African-American vernacular English through the music. whereas other people may not hear it or understand it the same way if it's just someone trying to deliver the knowledge on policy and things of that sort. But yeah, I feel like it all comes together. It's all the same subject matters that I'm really passionate about. Speaking
of subject matter, this is flowing. Like this is going to flow. One thing that I picked up from you that we have in common is you constantly bring up womanism.
Absolutely.
And I was teaching somebody that I learned about womanism and Alice Walker. She created in 1983. And I was just like, you know, I want to say during COVID, I just went on like a binge of like people saying that I was a feminist. And then at one point in time, I was like, feminism doesn't cater to Black women.
Right.
So like I had to do a lot of educating. So I want to know, what does womanism mean to you personally?
To me personally, I don't know. That's everything that I am as a woman myself, and a Black woman at that. Womanism to me, of course, is just an all-inclusive. I don't even want to use feminism in the word, but
no, I don't use that word.
Yeah, womanism to me is just all-inclusive for women's rights, particularly looking at the intersectionality of what it is to be Black and woman. And so, yeah, I'm very into womanism and just the plight and what that stands for, and Black women rights in particular. I'm definitely a womanist.
I'm with you. It's gang over here.
Absolutely.
I brought that up because I heard it and I was just like, no. Like I was always drawn to you as an artist.
Oh, thank you.
And I was like, you know, no, something else. It's something else. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, she's me as a rapper. That's what it is.
I love that.
That's why I'm like, oh, this is gonna be such a good episode, because it's like I'm genuinely a fan of you. I want to see you win.
Thank you.
And when I say I want to see you win, you're somebody that I throw you out there. When a lot of men, I'm going to say it, a lot of men, they say that you don't exist. How do you feel when people like literally say like, oh, girls can't rap, there's no lyrical, oh, it's only about the cooch, the coochie rap? I love balance.
Yeah, I think balance is important too.
We need balance. But how do you feel when people have these discussions?
You know what? It's not new to me. So I'd say, unfortunately, I think that I'm kind of numb to it. There's an ambivalent feeling now. But of course, there are so many women rapping so hard. Oh my gosh, about such a wide variety of topics. And often when you really look at it in terms of the rap that people say they're sick of hearing and this over-sexualization of women in rap music, a lot of time it's men writing those lyrics, which is quite interesting in itself. There are very few women who objectify and sexualize ourselves in the same way that a man is able to do. So there's that too. They should actually be taking issue with themselves. But yeah, there are so many women rapping so hard out here. And it just speaks to, you know, there's sexism in every industry. It's no different when it comes to music and rapping in particular. But I think we're definitely starting to see more lanes open and more people recognizing just in general how much women can do when it comes to the rap space. You know, I remember when they were only allowing for there to be, you know, one major female rapper at a time. So we've definitely made some progress. It's just that now that there are so many, they need to make sure that there is balance, and there are those who are talking about, you know, whatever it is they may want to talk about, but also some who are talking about topics like womanism and like some of the other things that are going on in the world, or just in general bar spitters who aren't talking about, you know, body at all. It doesn't have to be political either, but just spitting real hard bars. There's a lot of that. So people definitely got to give the women some credit.
When people say that it doesn't exist, I always ask them, where do you find music? Like, how do you find music? Because we know we're in New York. You turn on, I'm not going to say it. I am. You turn on Hot 97. You turn on Hot 97 and you won't hear Griselda like that. And Griselda's from New York. So it's just like, I question how people find music in order to have that discussion. Like, don't have that discussion with that the girls ain't lyricists if you ain't never heard of Shay Noir. You know, like, you can't have that discussion with me.
Right.
And then there's people that are ignorant. I feel like they just intentionally say that. Like, girls don't rap. Or they just say, I've seen a few podcasts where guys are just like, I just don't like it.
Yeah, and there's that too. I mean, I think just in general, when it comes to Black artists in the rap space, we all deal with wanting people to push our most negative stereotypes or caricatures. And so when it comes to Black women, of course, that's the Jezebel stereotype. That's always how it's been. And so that is what's marketable, unfortunately. And we see a lot of that as well. But I do think it's changing with time. We just really have to solidify that there's so many other lanes for women in rap. But I do think it's unfortunate that when it comes to commercial rap music, there are very few places where you can find it readily, easily accessible.
It's not easily accessible. That's the thing. Because I know my audience, they know I got a whole like playlist. Like I could throw it out. I actually was on a live one time, and Little Mama was on the line.
Okay.
And like this other blogger was on the line, and he was like, "Oh, you know, I do what I can for the girl rappers." I was like, "No, you don't." And she was like, "Name 10." And I was going back to back to back, and I was just like, "Yo, don't play with me."
Right.
And sometimes I feel like the guys kind of pacified. They're like, "Yeah, I'm here with the girls," and it's just like, "Are you?"
I think the women rappers are much better than men rappers, the male rappers.
I think the pressure that society puts on girls to rap makes them better.
Yeah?
Yes. Because
I think so too, actually.
Be pressing play and they're like, "Oh, she ain't got no balls." So it's like, you're looking for it. You're looking for it. You instead of when the guys are allowed to be trash, especially if they look good. They are allowed to be trash, even if they look ugly too, because there's some hitters. They trash, but it's like, it's something about them. So they're allowed to be trash, but the girls can't.
No, absolutely.
They gave Glorilla hell, and I was like, you know, she's not that bad.
Nah, shout out to Glorilla.
Glorilla be having some stuff. I want to tap into lyrics because I did do a little screenshot. There's a line that I heard. I'm going to have a little pause. I got to go through my screenshots.
Every day the sun don't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow.
Listen, in the song Shooting Stars, you said the label's gonna give me more if I tell you that I'm a killer. Capitalism off my body. Yeah, I'm worth a couple figures. With bars like that, do you feel like, you know, some of your lines go over people's heads?
Not one like that. I think I have some very, very complex lines that I'm sure go over people's heads. I feel like that one's not too bad in comparison.
I kept it easy for y'all.
But I definitely feel that way for sure. 100%.
I want to know who takes part in your visuals as well.
You know what? A few different people. I've worked with my sister a lot, who's a videographer.
Really?
I've done a lot of work with Nimi Hendrix. Who else? A few different people. I like to use a lot of different videographers. Yeah, it depends on the creative vision.
I want to know, do you take part in it, though?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. 100%. I'm very hands-on. I direct all of my visuals for the most part.
We constantly have this conversation in New York about who's next up. I want to know, do you ever feel like those lists are inaccurate?
You know what? I think that people do a very good job in trying to touch all bases. I don't think any list can be entirely accurate, but
that's why I don't make them.
Yeah,
because I always feel like something is left out.
No, yeah, I think in general, I think it's hard to really see everything that's moving in the city. But you know, I respect the list 100%. I respect them, but I think that it's so easy for anybody to just come out of nowhere and easily pass by anybody on any one of those lists as well. So I wouldn't necessarily take any of those lists with too much. I would take everything with a grain of salt, but I respect the list.
I don't do lists because I feel like there's something I'm going to forget. Yeah. And also, if I do a list, I have to explain myself. I have to say why this person's here. Because they may lack in streaming numbers, but they are excellent performers.
No, absolutely.
So that's where I don't like to do the list, because it's like I'm going to go too in depth and everybody's going to be like, we don't even care no more about you.
No, I definitely would like to see some more lists that have to do with, you know, holistic approches and really like the talent. I
want to know your favorite song from the person, because a lot of people make lists and y'all friends. A lot of people make these lists and they're friends, and it's just like, what song do you actually like? Because it's another thing when the numbers don't match what you're saying. Like, do you really like this person?
Right.
So that's crazy to me.
Now, yeah, I think a lot of it is networks too, but that's like any industry. So
who's who? But it's like, you know, I want people to go back to being real gatekeepers.
And I agree. I think we definitely need that.
Say what you really like. Don't say what you're paid to like, because that's when it's like, you know what? You just saying anything. That's what I hate.
No, absolutely.
All right, I want to go back to this project because you did a lot on this project.
Yes, ma'am.
Your current project, I want you to say the title.
Old Soul, New Conscience.
Okay. Hearing the title alone, how did you want people to feel
You know what? I wanted people to know that they were going to get a soulful sound, but they were still going to have their minds on too. And there was going to be a lot of history and a lot of modern touching upon, modern ideals too. A little bit of both, but really that title kind of just summarizes who I think I am. I've always been referred to as an old soul from the moment I can remember when I was super, super little. And, new conscience is what I think I've come into with that old soul. And, understanding my consciousness from a new perspective with the understanding of that old soul too. So yeah, I would say that sums up the title.
One question I actually hate asking artists is who inspires you? Because if you listen to somebody, you can tell the inspiration. And when I listen to you, it's a cluster of so many different people. The first person that comes to mind is Nas.
Okay.
Like I feel like you might be the closest thing to a female version of
don't
Nas.
gas me too much. I love Nas.
Close. And then I feel the Rhapsody-ish, but it's just like, I just hear the authenticity of you being a student of hip hop.
Absolutely.
And that's what I missed. Because it's like some people just be rapping to be rapping. It's like, nah, you rap because you know what you're talking about. You know about cadences, you count bars. You probably know it more than a lot of people know.
Oh, thank you. Now that's important to me. I definitely think you have to be a student of the craft. If you're someone who does the craft, that's super important to me. I do a lot of music history in general, but especially when it comes to hip hop, and listening to how certain rappers structure their rhyme schemes and their verses even. And I try to emulate that sometimes. I do a lot of my own stuff too, but sometimes I do artistically try to emulate that on purpose just to see if I can.
You see if you can or see if anybody will catch it.
Yeah, that too. Subway Surfers is a song on this project where I did that with Outkast and Andre 3000 on the first verse. But yeah, I always try little things like that.
I like that. It's experimental.
Absolutely.
We can't lose the recipes. We can't lose the recipes.
No, it's important.
I was literally telling somebody, I was like, I like us as a generation, but I don't want to forget where we were from. So we can't lose the recipes. Okay,
and hip hop is so new that I think sometimes we forget how much history comes with it. It's such a new genre, but
it's in its 50s.
Yeah, but every other genre, every other newcomer, studies that genre. It's something that you have to do. I feel like hip hop, we don't make that a necessity as much, but we definitely need to.
I'm curious, when it comes to you in the booth, like a session, like how do you get yourself ready to be boom? Like, and also lyrically, do you spit about what you live?
Absolutely. I think that's so important. I feel like I can't even come up with anything if it's not something I'm feeling or something that's already there on the surface wanting to be said. But how do I prepare? I don't know. I write throughout the day, or I just have things in my head throughout the day. So by the time I get to the studio, there's really no writing or no new material that's needed to be produced. It's already been there. It's been sitting up within me the whole day in my mind, figuring out how it wants to come out. But that's my process, really. I have to be really, really attached to the sonics of the instrumental, and I have to have something I really want to say that I'm passionate about.
All right, we're going to do a little bit of a fast-paced rapid fire.
All right, let's do it.
I don't know if you're ready because I ain't even ready.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm watching the clock and let's go. What was the first song you memorized word for word?
Kanye West and Janet Jackson, My Baby, number 5 on the Demita Joe album.
Ooh.
Yep.
If you could write a verse with any poet, dead or alive, who would you write with?
Oh my goodness, Tupac.
Ooh.
Or Gil Scott-Heron.
Oh, that.
What
album do you consider your babysitter?
Ooh. Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z.
Ooh. Who would play you in your biopic?
Oh, man. I don't know who would play me in my biopic, but I know I want to play Queen Latifah in her biopic. We have the same birthday.
Oh, that's funny you say that.
I would love to do that.
Who is the most underrated MC from New York?
Oh, man, this could be controversial. Most underrated MC from New York of all time?
Anyone.
Oh, man. I don't know. I really feel like... there's so many. I feel like Big Pun deserves more credit. I feel like Jadakiss deserves more credit. And these are people who get credit, but I feel like they should just be on a even larger platform when people talk about MCs from New York and the lyricism. There are a lot. Of course, I don't know. I guess Mos Def does get his credit, but I feel like he should be like top. I feel like people don't give him enough credit at all. Yeah, there are a lot. There are a lot. New York breeds such amazing lyricists. I feel like there's so many that it's hard for everyone to get the shine that they really need and deserve, but there are a lot on that list.
You made it. Time on the clock.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I forgot I was being timed for a second.
Yep, I was watching. The one underrated MC that deserves more love is Raina Simone. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It shows how humble she is that she didn't even say herself. Because I was telepathically telling her, like, say you need to take the bite.
You know what? I think it will come when it's supposed to come. But I think with repetition, people will see that I'm definitely at the top when it comes to that. Oh, yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
It's coming. You're setting a standard.
Absolutely.
You're setting a new standard. So
I appreciate it.
It's going to come.
Thank you.
Speaking of Queen Latifah, current events, you guys. Current events. It's kind of weird that you brought up the Outkast thing because did you know that Queen Latifah managed Outkast?
I did not know that, actually. You taught me something.
Okay, I just learned myself.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I thought that was
I had no
dope.
idea.
So it's kind of cool that you said that, y'all. You know?
Yeah, that's some telepathy going on or something.
Right? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just happened. And Outkast was inducted. And in the middle of Andre's speech, he said, great things happen in little rooms.
Absolutely.
I want to know, how do you feel about the little rooms that you'll be birthed in?
How do I feel about the little rooms that I'll be birthed in?
Your greatness.
I think all of those little rooms are important. I think if you reach enough people in a small room, they'll take it with them out to the grander world, to the larger rooms. Yeah, I feel like that sums it up.
I love that you appreciate, I'm not going to say little platforms, the other platforms, local and wide.
Absolutely.
Because I met you at the Come Ups Awards. And golly, she got so many people mad. I was just like, yo, you well-deserved. She won Lyricist of the Year. Well-deserved.
Thank you.
All across the board. I just haven't felt prouder. I remember your outfit. I remember everything from that now. I was just like...
Oh, I was so nervous giving that speech. Oh, my goodness. I still think about it. Like, why did I say it like that? But shout out to the Come Up Awards. It's love and appreciation to you all. Thank you.
I was just floored. I was like, yes.
No, thank you. Definitely was in great company, but, you know... I got a lot to showcase, though. It's only the beginning. The bar's only getting better, guys.
All right. I want to talk about your project a little bit more because you blend intellect, storytelling, and you also do a little singing on there because it was one track. I'm like, who is this? How do you maintain your duality? And what could we look forward to on the next project?
Absolutely. It's very easy for me to maintain my duality, although I think it's very difficult sometimes for the listener to understand it. But yeah, like I said in the beginning, I think I'm just a very versatile, eclectic person. Sometimes I want to sing, sometimes I want to rap, sometimes I want to talk about the state of the socio-political climate of the world. Sometimes I want to talk about love. Sometimes I want to, just tell you other things that are on my mind. So there's a little bit of everything. But yeah, I've found balance in just being and existing in my being an artist, and that comes with a lot of different sounds and ways in which I want to express that art, whether it's singing or rapping. Remind me of the question. I'm getting away from it a little bit.
It's okay. I'm in awe. Basically, when you made this project, like, I want to know like how you maintained your duality because you do a lot. That project, it's an album. Like I haven't had a long format album in so long. So it's just like, in my head, I'm like, were there any more songs that didn't make the cut?
Oh yeah, there are a lot of songs. And a lot of songs also that I felt like I wanted to save for a second project. They say a lot of times there's like a sophomore album curse. So I wanted to make sure I saved some of the really, really good ones for that second project too. But yeah, there are a lot of, I try to do at least like, 1 to 5 songs a day just to keep my brain going and keep things improving. You get better the more you do it. I've definitely put in 10,000 hours. So every day. So there are a lot of songs that didn't make the cut. That was my first installment. Some of those songs I've been sitting on for a long time. So I'm really excited now for this new music, which is closer to the times. You'll see the talent is more recent. It's more of a developed sound that I'm really excited to present to you all. But yeah, there are a lot of songs that didn't make the cut. Dang. But a lot of songs that made the cut too. Of course, 24. Shout out to that.
How did you make the decision though? What song had to be on there? Like, no pushback. Like, this has to be on the project.
I really wanted to tell a story. So once I figured out the story that I was telling, I kind of put them on there based upon that. Just a story in terms of my becoming and what brought me in my own journey. It's a journey of happiness. The whole album is trying to understand and grasp happiness. So the songs that aligned with the story that I was telling, I definitely put on the project. And then also I wanted to show, different sounds too with this first project. So that was big to me too. I wanted to put a little of everything on there and kind of just give everybody a teaser, and from there let people decide what they want to hear more of. So I feel like I got a good understanding from this project what people want to hear more of. So that's what the next project will really be focused on.
I call it a buffet.
I like that.
Take what you need from
there
it.
You go.
Everybody, you can find a song. You're gonna find a song.
No, yeah, that's how I looked at it.
If you had to put some of the songs on a film, who do you think? I could hear some of their songs on like Spike Lee album, a Spike Lee film.
Okay,
that's something that like when I listen to music, I got the Stevie Wonder thing where I see colors and I see films.
That's awesome.
That's me. Like I'm that type of like nerd. But I was curious, like, where do you hear your music like being scored somewhere else?
Absolutely. A lot of places. I love like all Ryan Coogler films. Oh my gosh, I was getting so many ideas as I was watching Sinners and just like, I got something for that. But
God, yes!
Yeah. But a lot of different films, and I do a lot of scoring too. So I do like jazz and classical scoring and like some texture stuff that I've done for different like short films and stuff. But yeah, definitely something along that lines, like a Ryan Coogler film.
Wow, I didn't even think of Ryan. I'm so in my head about like Spike Lee because I feel like
and shout out to Spike Lee too. Spike Lee, Jordan Peele.
I feel like Spike Lee would be a huge fan of you. Like this.
No, I'm definitely a fan of all those people.
When he does projects, sometimes he tweets like or people that sync like with his movies. He'll tweet it and be like, "What's going on?" Issa Rae used to do that a lot.
Okay,
so like. All right, we're gonna wrap up soon. I like to wrap it up with positivity because I'm a very free-spirited girly.
Love it.
I want to know if you could manifest in one sentence about your future. What would you say?
I would say peace, serenity, and happiness, whatever that looks like from the perspective of power greater than myself. But yeah, I feel like as long as there's peace, happiness, and serenity, all else is always okay.
That's mad beautiful. It's mad beautiful.
I'll leave it at that. Of course, there's specifics as well, but I feel like that's the overarching theme and concept.
All over here, we're rooting for you.
I appreciate it.
I'm ready for the next project.
I can't wait to share it with you all.
Wait. I can't end anything. Who are you performing with?
Like, yes, November 20th. We got a big show at NJ Pack. I'll be headlining with Chuck D, Slick Rick, and Rakim. It's going to be a great show. NJ Pack. Definitely tickets are on sale now. Everybody come out. I can't wait for that show. We got a lot prepared. A lot of music from this project, Old Soul New Conscious, and a lot of new music too, actually, that I'm looking forward to introducing people to. So I think that's the perfect stage for it.
Jersey.
I would love to have you. Definitely got a ticket for you if you'd like to come.
Listen, I might have to pull up to Jersey.
Please.
It's Thanksgiving, we'll have to see what that's about.
Absolutely.
We're going to wrap this up.
I appreciate it.
You like my closer? Hold on, let me say my closer.
I certainly do.
To the women who write with consciousness. Lead with soul and keep the culture honest. Cheers to you, Raina.
Oh, thank you very much. I love that.
Shocking myself. And to everybody, good night and good morning.